Hi, everybody. I'm Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today, let's learn this fun stitch. I think this would be great for a shirt if you used a lightweight uh, yarn. It could be used for a scarf, just about anything you want. I would not recommend this for a dishcloth or a washcloth, but it is a fun stitch. Seems complicated, but it really isn't. And it is a 3-row repeat. So let's get into it. For this, I will be using the same that I've been using, Super Saver stripes in retro stripes. It's a number 4. And I'm going to be using a 5mm hook. So let's go ahead, get our yarn on our hook, whichever way you like to do it. This is done in multiples of 3 plus 2 plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's my multiple of 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. So now we are just going to make a single crochet all the way across, starting in the second hook from the chain. We don't count that one. That's our first chain. That's our second. Can you see that? First, second, right there. So let's just go ahead, pop a single crochet all the way across. Okay, so there we are. Now we are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we are starting row number 2. We are going to skip this one. Actually, this counts as our treble, so we are going to go right into this, and we are going to start our treble X. So to do that, we wrap our yarn around our hook twice. We go into this stitch, grab our yarn, pull it up, and we are only going to go through the first 2 loops. Okay? Then we're going to wrap our yarn. We're going to skip this next one, and into this stitch, we are going to make a double. So that's through 2, through 2. Now we're going to finish out our treble. So we go through those last 2, and we have something that looks like this. We're going to wrap our hook, Nope, and chain one. Okay, so chain one after you get that treble done, wrap, and then we're going to go between these two legs, just like that, and make a double. So there we have that. Now we're going to go wrap twice, and we're going to go into the next stitch, grab our loop, go through 2 loops, wrap our yarn, skip 1, go into that next stitch, grab some yarn, pull it up, we're going to make a double. So there's our double. And now we're going to finish out our treble. We're going to chain 1, wrap our yarn, go between the legs, and make a double. That's how we make our treble X. So let's go ahead, do that across. So wrap twice, go into the next stitch, start a treble, stop after the first 2 loops, wrap our yarn, skip 1 stitch, go into the next, make a double, finish out our treble, chain 1, wrap our yarn, go between the legs, make a double. We're going to do that all the way across. Skip 1, go into there, make our double, finish our treble, chain 1, and a double between the legs. Then we have 1 left. We're going to go ahead and put a treble into that one. Okay, now we're going to start row 3. We're going to chain 4. That chain 4 counts as a double and a chain 1. Turn our work. Now we're going to be working into these spaces that we created, the tops of our X's. So we're going to crochet 3 doubles together. So wrap your yarn, go through there, pull up, start your double, and stop. Wrap, go in, go through 2, and stop. There we have 2 doubles started. Wrap, go in, pull up, go through 2. Now we have 3 double crochets started. We're going to wrap, pull through all of that. That's 3 together. Now we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do that in every space. 3 double crochet together. Chain 2 between them. So you wrap, you go in, grab your yarn, pull it up, grab your yarn, go through 2, wrap, go back in, pull your yarn up, go through 2, wrap, go in, pull up, go through 2. We have 3, pull through, chain 2. Okay, and now we're going in for our last one. Pull through, but this time we are only going to chain one, then we're going to go in. We want to leave one. So on the third chain, 1, 2, 3 up. See that? 1, 2, and on the third chain, we're going to make a double. Just like that. Now we are going to chain one, turn our work. We are now on row 4. And all we're going to do for row 4 is put a single in every stitch, one single in the chain 1 space, one single on top of that cluster, and then in the chain 2 spaces, 2 singles. So one on top. Now we have a chain 2, so we're going to put 2. One on top. And then 2 in the chain 2 space. Go on top of that cluster. And then 2. Now we're coming up on our last cluster. There is a chain 1 space and a double. So we're going to put 1 in the chain 1, and then in the third chain, 1, 2, 3, we're going to place a single. And there you go. Row 2, row 3, row 4. And that's the repeat. It's 2, 3, and 4. So we go back up here, we're going to chain 4. Counts as a treble. We're going to turn. Now we're starting our X's again. We're going to wrap twice. We're going to go into this stitch right here. Because this chain is coming out of this stitch, it counts right there. So we go in there. We start a treble and we stop. Wrap, skip 1, go into that next chain, make a double. Now we're going to finish out our treble, chain 1, and we're going to make a double between those 2 legs. Just like that. So wrap twice, go into that next stitch, start a treble, stop after 2 loops, wrap, skip 1, make a double. And now we're going to finish out that treble, chain 1, and we're going to go between the legs and make a double. I'll meet you at the end. I just made my last X, so I'm going to go ahead and put a treble into that last stitch. Now we're going to repeat this row. So you chain 4, that's your double, and a chain 1. And then we're going to go into this space and we're going to make a 3 double together cluster. And chain 2. Then we do it again. Chain 2. chain 1 on that last one, and we go 1, 2, 3 chains up and make our double. And then for the last row of the repeat, you chain 1, you turn, and you put a single in that first stitch, a single in the chain 1, a single on top of the cluster, and then 2 singles in every chain 2 space. And you do that across. And then you get back here, you put your 1 in for your chain 1 space, and at the top, the third chain of your chain there, you put your last one. And there you go, you guys. It looks like a lot of work, like it's super complicated, but it's super easy and it is super fun. And that's what we like. Easy and fun. So I hope you enjoyed this, that you learned a new stitch or got reacquainted with an old friend. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, I do Wednesday wrap-ups on Wednesday where I talk about everything I've made, I'm thinking of making, I'm in the process of making, a little chit-chat going on. I do tutorials on Saturdays, and every once in a while, I have other videos that just kind of make their way in when, yarn or something else that's fun shows up at my door. So go ahead and subscribe. It's not going to hurt. Doesn't cost you anything. Promise not to harass you. Y'all have a good day. Thank you. Bye.